Good morning, students. Today in chapter number 10, that is force, work and energy, and it is on page number 83. So in this chapter today we will cover the two kind of simple machines which are left. So till now we have done the four kind of simple machines. We have covered lever, pulley, wheel and axle and inclined plane. So today we will talk about screw and wedge. Now first coming on the screw, the topic screw. So what is written in the book? A screw looks like a nail with grooves cut into it. It is used to hold things together. So screws you may have seen many times. So screw is basically what kind of structure? It is of this kind of structure. Basically they have a head and these are the pointed structure is there, and in that these kind of designs are there which is known as grooves. These are known as grooves of the nail, and basically nails are made up of metals, and nowadays they are available in many other forms also. So how we can define the term screw? Screw is a thin piece of metal which looks like nail with groove cuts on it. So it looks like nail and it is having a grooves cut on it. And what is its main function? It is used to hold things together. So what is its main? It holds the things together, means it binds the things together. And there are many examples of screws like ear studs, like in tap also screws are also present, in the bulb also, and in the bottle caps also. So I will show you some pictures regarding all these examples. So this is an ear stud. If I will show you this picture, this is a kind of ear stud. Now what is screw part here? This is the screw part. This is silver color, this blue color, this is golden color, this blackish and this pinkish color. This is the screw part of the ear studs, and there are many more examples. This you may have seen, these are the caps of bottles. So the inside that you have seen that they are having a grooves in it. So this is also an example of screw. Now next is the example of this bulb. If you will see this bulb, when we put this bulb in the socket on the bulb holder, then there are grooves are present here which is responsible to attach this bulb to the bulb holder. So these are the basically examples of screw, and there is one more example of screw is there, that is the tap water. And if you will see here also the screw is there, and when we on or off the particular tap, then also the screw plays a very important part here. So these are the some examples of screw. And what is the main function of screws? That I have already told you, that screw is basically used to bind two things together. Now coming to the next topic, that is the wedge. Now what is written in wedge? Seen in your book now. Observe a knife or a wood cutter X. If you will see knife or a wood cutter X, note that edges are sharp in front and blunt at the back. So their edges are, their corners you can say, they are sharp in the front and they are less sharp at the back. So they are shaped like two inclined planes attached back to back. This structure is called wedge and it is used to cut hard objects. So this is known as wedge. So wedge is a simply you can say a triangular part of thing, and in which the two kind of inclined planes are joined together. That is known as wedge. And main function of wedge is to cut the hard object. So in simple way, how we can define the wedge? Wedge is a triangular shaped tool whose edges are sharp in the front and blunt at the back. They are shaped like two inclined planes attached back to each other. Now what are inclined planes? So this is the inclined plane. I have told you this is the basically shape of an inclined plane. When anything comes down, this is an inclined plane. So wedge always, it is found that it looks like the when the two inclined planes are joined together, and this I will show you in the diagram also. So it is used to cut hard objects. So what are the example of wedges? Knife, scissor and axe. These are the example of wedges. Now I will show you some pictures regarding the wedges. Now the first example that I will show you in wedge, these are three examples which we have written here, that these are the three examples of wedge. So first one is the knife. Knife is also an example of wedge. See here, it is very sharp in the front and little bit blunt at the back. Now scissors. Scissors are also example of wedge, and they are also sharp in the front and blunt at the back. And axe is also an example of wedge. It is also sharp in the front and blunt at the back. So these are the example of wedges. Now I will show you one more diagram. See here, this is also an wedge. So I have told you that it looks like an two inclined plane joined back to each other. So see here, this one structure, it is also a slope like structure, and this part, other part of this axis, also slope like structure. So it always seems like they are the two inclined planes are joining together back to back. And this is that how axe acts on the wood. When we use axe, it change the direction and make two things apart. So it is basically used for the cutting of two things. So this is all about the screw and edge. Thank you and have a nice day.